Hey guys, welcome to Alicole.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Alesa, and in this video we're telling you 10 steps on how to get good grades.
The first one is attend all of your classes, which kind of speaks for itself. Attend all your classes, don't miss your classes.
Don't skip any of them. I know you won't. Some days you will be so tired you don't feel like going to class, but you need to. You'll miss so much if you miss one class. And you're paying a lot of money for them, so
yeah. Some classes I know are up to $300, and not all of us can just throw away $300. We're not Bill Gates' children. We can't afford to do that. So, and you don't have a parent like being like, come on, Samantha, let's go to class. Like, you have to get up and do it yourself.
Number 2 is master your professors. So get to know your professors, get to know how they teach, ask questions.
Go to their office hours.
They like when you ask questions, so it shows you're interested, it shows you want to get a good grade, and they might give you a good grade just because you're doing all this work.
Yeah.
So,
and like, teachers aren't supposed to pick favorites, but I can tell you I'm a favorite of like a lot of my professors just because I sit in the front of the room and everything they walk in, I'm like, hello, Professor Bob Schneebly, and they're like, oh, hi, Nicole. And you just want to make your name known so that when they're grading your paper, they'll be like, oh, Nicole is doing this paper. And they'll be like, well, her paper is technically a C, but I'll bump it up to a B because I like her. And that's the unfair truth, but you know, it's still the truth. Step 3 is get and stay organized, which means have planners, have folders for your classes, keep everything in check for your classes, because in college you're going to be taking average of 5 classes, and college professors give a lot of work, and you need to keep on top of it, because the minute you start slipping, it's already too late to get ahead.
Step 4 is use your time wisely. So put schoolwork first before you
go party.
Yeah, and like relax and stuff, because once you have your schoolwork done, then it'll feel like your weight is like lifted off your shoulders. You won't have all this stuff to do.
And usually professors give you like timelines for your papers. It'll be like a 3-week timeline to do a 6-page paper. And like all college students do, me, her, all of us combined, we all wait till the last minute before our paper is due, literally in 6 hours, and you're sitting there and you literally have just your name written on the paper. And then you start freaking out and you do a bad job, you turn in a horrible paper and you fail it. So just start early, do little bits by bits, edit those bits by bits, and you'll feel so much better when everyone else is typing their paper as fast as you can and you're already done.
And what you should do, if you have a list of 5 assignments to do the one that is due the earliest. So if you have 5 assignments and you have 3 assignments due tomorrow, do those first.
And make a to-do list, which is what I do. I like check off everything I do. And I can tell you honestly, me and her are in the library like minimum until like 10 o'clock in the evening doing homework.
Every single day.
College is not a joke.
Which we didn't go to the library freshman year or last semester. We pretty much just started going this semester.
Yeah.
And it has helped so much. We get a bunch done. And then
focus more.
Yeah, and then once you get back in your dorm or your apartment, then you can just relax.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have all your stuff done.
Yeah, and as freshmen, you probably are not going to need to go to the library. But the higher you get in your education, like we're about to be juniors in literally a couple of months, and classes are going to get harder and harder and harder, and the teachers are going to expect more and more from you.
Yeah, so I would just get in the routine of going.
Yeah. Number 5 is become noteworthy. And what that means is take good notes in class, participate in class, show your interest in the class, because once you take good notes, you're gonna memorize it better. And I always recommend doing handwritten ones, just because if you write it, it'll stick in your brain more.
That's how I am too.
Yeah.
Because then when I take a test, I'll remember writing like that certain word.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, and also if you have good notes, then you'll be able to like recollect it more than if you don't take any notes.
Yeah, and if you have good notes, then you can study well.
Yeah.
And then you'll get better grades on your test. So it all like connects. Next is use your textbooks. That's really, really important. I have 2 textbooks that I've never opened for classes, which I probably should have. I would have probably done better on tests. So use your textbooks. I know they're expensive, you don't want to buy them, but most teachers, if they have a textbook, they require it, so you have to get it anyway. So just use it. Take advantage of them.
Because, especially for my major, my professors rip out straight off quotes and will put it into a test and they'll be like, explain this.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the textbook, you're not gonna know. And I know it sucks paying like $300 for a textbook. And honestly, professors aren't gonna make you get a textbook if you can I speak English? No. But they're not gonna make you get a textbook if you don't need it. Like,
yeah.
Teachers have been there. Professors have been in college. They know how expensive everything is. They're not gonna give it to you unless you need it. Step number 7. Follow good rules for writing. Which means, you know, back in like 1st grade when you had to like put the commas and the periods and the exclamation points, well, all the stuff you learned in 1st grade, yeah, it's applied in college, like a lot. And teachers will fail you if you have bad grammar. They don't care if you write a perfect paper, you summarize every single point, your freaking source is like Obama. They don't care. If you can't spell correctly in every like 5 seconds, they have to grammatically check it, you're failing the paper. So just make sure you know all your rules and have a friend edit it, take it to your professor to edit it. Whatever it takes to get a good grade, do it. Obviously, don't like have sex with your professor or like make them pay you or whatever, but do whatever you're gonna to get good grades.
And write drafts for your paper too, and outlines, and do brainstorming and stuff like that. Don't write your paper like right away, whatever comes to your mind. You need to draft, and like with me, I write outlines, and what do you do?
I just scribble on the piece of paper until it makes sense to me. What I do is I usually make a thesis, and the points I put in my thesis, I just discuss them, and then I like fine tune everything, and she reads it over, and then I usually submit it, and I get pretty decent grades on my papers.
Number 8 is study, study, study. So make sure you are always studying. Don't wing tests. That's not a good idea. You're most likely to fail. I know you won't want to study. You think you have better things to do. But honestly, take like 30 minutes out of each night before the test or something to study. Make flashcards. Just keep writing the information down. There's a bunch of different ways to study.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to study or you missed a day of class for a sickness or whatever, ask a friend, ask someone who knows what they're doing in that class. Because, like she said, in college, if you don't study, you're failing the test.
Yeah.
It's not something you can just come in and wing and then leave. If that was true, everyone would be in college.
Yeah, you have to study. It's so much important. So much more important than high school is what I was going to say.
What even is English?
We need help with life.
Someone help. Number 9. Be a good test taker. And yes, you can be like, Nicole, how can you be a good test taker? Well, for one, all of these steps above, it'll all help you be a good test taker. Ask questions in class. Figure out how your professor's testing you. The first test you're probably not going to do well on because you simply don't know how the professor's testing. But once you figure it out, you know what the professor's going to ask. You know the types of questions he's going to ask, how he's going to ask them. And you'll get better and better every day. And you need to focus on how you think the professor's going to test. And that's how you become a better test taker. And obviously studying too.
Yeah, and when you're taking a test, don't try to hurry up and finish it so you can go do something else. You have to actually take the time, read the question, read multiple choice, read the directions. Because teachers are very sneaky. They like to put little details in there that could either gain like 50 points or take away 50 points, and then you feel it. Then is polish those verbal communication skills. So this has to do with talking to everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
I need help with my verbal skills. Talking to your professor, talking to peers, presenting in class, yeah, having public speaking stuff. Like as we have to take public speaking classes, it's usually required in college. It just helps prepare you for the future.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Interviews, jobs, anything. So
yeah, because you don't want to just like, college is all about preparing you for your future career, your future life. And let's be honest, you're not gonna hire some, if there's Bob Schneebly and Samantha McFarpants and she's like, I'm so good, and gives this awesome presentation, then there's Bob who's like, you can't get anything out. Yeah. Who are you gonna hire? Let's be real for a second. We make college sound like this horrible thing, and I'm sorry if we make you be like, I don't want to go to school anymore. College is super exciting. It's super fun, but
there's serious. There's the serious side to college, and then there's the fun side to college.
Yeah, and if you're just, you have to learn to balance it. You have to study. It's kind of like work hard and play hard.
Yeah.
You can't just party hard and not work, because you're gonna end up dropping out. And you can't just work hard all the time and be a workaholic and not party at all. You gotta find that balance.
Yeah. But that's all we have today. If you have any questions, comment below.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye.